If you told the wrong person your dreams and they reacted negatively, it can make you feel weak, or it can feel like you're drowning in the sea of advice. In this video, we'll identify whose advice you should take in, how to ask specific questions to get specific answers, how to test if advice is right for you, and which personalities you should avoid at all costs. Keep watching. Whose advice should you avoid? Avoid the well-meaning morons. Honestly, as harsh as people can come off, I don't think the majority of them are actually trying to discourage us when we talk to them about our goals. They're well-meaning, but they're morons. That means they're unqualified, underinformed, and overconfident. These types can include the unsolicited advisor. This person cannot not give you advice. They're opinionated and they're not afraid to share their opinion about anything that you have going on. A big sign you should look out for to know if you're dealing with the unsolicited advisor is their quality of life. If they're unhappy, if they're unfulfilled, if they're unpleasant, this is a person you should avoid taking advice from. Then we have the defeated. This is a person who has had big goals in their past, but for whatever reason, they didn't reach them. Going through this has left them unable to truly believe that achieving dreams is possible. This type is harder to spot because they can give you encouraging words at times, but if they gossip frequently, if they overreact to minor conveniences of life, and if they're not working on any goals for their future, you may be dealing with the defeated. Then we have the pusher. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, The pusher is the person on the other side of the defeated. Their encouragement is so forceful, it feels like they're pushing you to do things. This person typically has a chaotic energy about them, even if they do come off positive. This person has dreams they're working towards on their own. So when they're talking to you, they're actually not. They're encouraging themselves. If they neglect their health in pursuit of their goals, or if they motivate you or themselves with shame, you're dealing with a pusher. And lastly, we have the cynic. The cynic is an unbeliever. They're distrustful of people, of new things, and especially things that they can't see, like your goals. If they're sarcastic, if they tease you, if they only stick to the people and things that they know, if they just struggle to have a good time in life, you're dealing with the cynic, and that's not who you should be sharing your dreams with. So here are a few things you should be looking for in a friend or mentor that you confide in. So number one, this person should be an overall positive person. They should enjoy their life. They should have a healthy life. They should live a life of integrity. They should be a positive person, and not a fake positive person, a genuinely positive person with happy things going on in their life. Next, this person should be smart. If possible, they should be smarter than you. This may be hard to gauge, but a good rule of thumb is asking yourself, have they had experiences that you haven't had yet? Have they traveled more than you? Do they have different professions than you have? Do they have different friend groups? Do they have different hobbies than you? You want someone who has a big mind, and this feeds directly into the next trait of a person you should confide in. The person you share your goals with should have a growth mindset. Now, what does this mean? Well, they should accept the fact that life is abundant and that life changes, people grow, times change. Once again, not someone who's delusional, but someone who genuinely knows that people can grow to be and do just about anything in life. This is the type of person you should confide in. This person should see you as your own unique person on your own unique journey. They also work to get to know you genuinely, which takes time, so this person should be patient. And this leads to the last trait of a good person to confide in. Number 5, this person should listen. They should hold space for you. They should see you, and they should wait to take in information before they give out advice. Now on to you. What are your reasons for talking about your dreams to this person? Would you like advice? Would you like encouragement? Are you just excited about your new projects? Would you like to share your new completed work with someone? All your reasons are valid, no matter what they are. Just be clear on why you're talking to this person about something so personal and what you expect to get out of this interaction. And I don't care how compassionate and smart a person is, they may not tell you what you want to hear. So before you start the conversation, decide on which way you're going to approach the conversation. Approach number 1, approach like a realtor. If you've ever walked through a house with a professional realtor, you'll know they'll give you stats and features about the house. They'll show you around, but at some point, they give you space and time to experience the home on your own. And on the off chance that the house is not what you're looking for, they don't take it personally. This method is good for when you're showing off your art, your talent, your creative work, or even your ideas. Be like a realtor. Prepare your art or idea to be shown. Make it look nice. Show them around. Let them know what your art is attempting and what you hope it means. Then take your hands off. Let them examine, think through, and experience what you've shown them on their own. Even if it's hard, busy yourself in some other way and let them look around. You should let this person know what you expect them to do with this information you're sharing up front. It's similar to how a realtor will tell someone the price of a place before they even walk through the property. A good question to ask here is, do you want a sale from this person? Because if not, all they can do is look. And a sale can mean many things. Do you want them to partner with you on the idea? Do you want them to actually physically buy the piece of art or craft that you're selling? If not, then you have to accept all they're there to do is look. What I mean is, since this person is not going to be someone you sell to, their opinion about it is not so important. They may not be in your target audience. So it's vital that you tell them up front that you're not looking for feedback. Of course, you should be nice about telling them this. Say something like, I have something I want to share with you. You mean so much to me. Now, you don't have to give me any feedback. I just want to share this with you. It may seem direct, but this will actually take a lot of pressure off of the person. People typically aren't ready to give a gentle, kind, thoughtful critique of something at a moment's notice. Now, if this is someone that you want to sell to, you'll also have to prepare them to give an answer, a yes or a no, and a possibly why or why not. It's really tempting to ask a vague question here, like, what do you think? But that'll only get you a vague response. And that brings us to our question of why you're sharing in the first place. If you don't have a specific question in mind, then turn this into a realty conversation and just show them. But if you have identified a question that you want to answer to, you can prep the conversation by saying something like, thank you so much for your time. I'm sharing this with you because I want to sell to people who are just like you. And then ask your question. Since you're asking before you actually share your art or idea, they'll be thinking of it as they're experiencing. So you should get a really clear answer. Now, they've given you the answer to your question. You have their advice. It's time to put it on a scale. And that's the second approach. Now, I want you to imagine an old school scale for this illustration. Now, on one hand, you have your vision, the work, the dream, and all the creativity and the story that birthed it. You're going to want to put on the other hand the advice that you've been given, and add to that side that person's expertise and how much they know about the subject or industry you're discussing. Also, what's their vantage point? Are they looking at this from an industry overview as an executive, or are they on the ground level experiencing it with you? You'll also want to weigh if they can sympathize with your worldview, if they can see where you're coming from. Lastly, you're going to want to take inventory of the value of the advice that they gave you. Is it relevant to the question that you asked? Can you implement and test the results easily and quickly? Do you think beyond a reasonable doubt that the advice that they gave you can lead you to your desired result? And then you weigh everything. Now, you have to make a decision at the end of the day if you're going to follow that person's advice. But this framework can help you take the pressure off of getting feedback, getting advice, and sharing your dreams with the world and the marketplace. You might be feeling shame because in the past you've shared your dreams with the wrong people. Your dreams might seem weaker to you because friends, family, or acquaintances have picked them apart. But you can make sharing your dreams and getting advice a fulfilling experience if you follow the wisdom in this video. Before you start sharing though, I do think it's important that you heal from past wounds of self-worth and self-confidence of sharing your dreams with the wrong people. I don't care what anyone's told you, you can win. I promise. The beauty you see in your mind can be real. It's not impossible for you. Just take the next step to calm the storm inside. Follow the link in the description for a free preview of a daily journal with affirmations and prompts to remind you of why your dreams matter so you'll never forget again. I'm Key Wonders, and thank you for growing with me.